happen to get these three guys here.
Teammates Ian McKellar Jr. and Stevie Hodgson took the green flag for round 10 side by side. But it was on lap 9 when McKellar dived low, with both Vergers and Plale taking advantage of that move, dropping Hodgson back to 4th. Gavin Seeger had a spin in turn 2, which brought out the yellow flags. And on the restart, Vergers made his move on the 25 car, allowing teammate Ollie Plale to come through too. McKellar quickly reclaimed 2nd place, and a fantastic pit stop for the 25 crew meant that McKellar enjoyed a 5-second lead. Vergers quickly closed the gap, but was unable to clinch the lead, allowing McKellar Jr. to take his 2nd double win of the season. All of which means that 2nd place in round 10 puts Michael Vergers at the top of the championship, 15 points ahead of Hodgson. McKellar's 4th win of the season strengthens his 3rd position. Taking a look at the point system, 2 more races to go means 400 points up for grabs. But with points all the way down the field, it's finishing the race that's important for all championship contenders.
It's the final round of the SCSA Stock Car Championship, and things are pretty jovial here down on pit road, but one of these three guys is going to be the SCSA champion for 2005. Mike Vergers, you're leading the contendings, but you're a little far down the grid.
Yeah, I had my engine blow up, so I'm starting at the back of the grid, but I believe Stevie is starting further behind me. The only person we've got to catch is Ian at the front.
You know, Stevie, your champions are defined by their competitors. You're the defending champion. These guys push you all the way. You want to do it again, though, don't you?
Yeah, most definitely. We've worked on this all year long, and, you know, it's as much for the team and Xerox. They've backed me all the way as well, and we've come here to win. Second's no good for nobody. We don't, nobody remembers that. You just reminded me, actually, Michael fluffed it last time we were in this position, didn't he? So it might turn around. So
I thought you might mention something like that. Ian McKellar Jr., you're further up the grid than these other two guys. You've got an oval background. You came from there, then you went into circuit racing. Something you'd like to do is win this series.
Because, you know, we want to win. You know, Talkspeed have done a great job this year, so has WestTech, and we're all up there, we're all chasing for it, and I'm starting 6th, so I haven't got as much pressure as Michael and Steve today, so I'm just going to sit there and see what happens at the end of the day.
Hunter Abbott leads the Autosport Rookie Championship, but he hasn't wrapped it up yet. Gavin Seeger still has a chance to take the title and the $5 grand prize money that comes with it.
You got to start this race, you're going to be champion, right?
Well, no, it's not quite that easy. I've got to do at least 60% in the first race. Well, 60% of one race this weekend, but it's not too late to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. Racing is just so unpredictable. You know, anything could happen. We can go out first corner, first lap, someone spins in front of me, bang. You know, I get a puncture, go in the wall, and the day's over. So it's by far not sorted yet.
With 2 rounds of the SCSA Stock Car Championship to go, finishing is obviously very important. As they say in motor racing, to finish first you have to finish. So running repairs, Mark Klausner, become more and more important.
Yeah, well, running repairs, there's only limited things that they can do, but one of the most popular things that they do is they tape up the car. We call this 200-mile-an-hour speed tape, and they will put that on the car to keep the pieces together. And once the technical crew thinks the car is safe, they can go out and continue on. The thing that they can't do is they can't go underneath the car or do anything underneath, only on the outside of the car. If they need to do something beyond little repairs, they need to take it beyond the wall and then do it. But it's amazing what they can do and how prepared they are.
Well, there's only 5 points separating the top 3 in the pickup truck championship going up to round number 11. The championship right now is led by Kelly Jane Wells. Can she do it? Let's find out. Round 11 coming up.
Championship contenders Poulter, Grindrod and Wells are spread throughout the field. Poulter sliced his way through from 17th spot. But then trouble erupted as Richard Novell's truck snapped sideways into turn 4, causing him and Frank Francis to hit the wall hard. After the restart, current championship leader Kelly Jane Wells and teammate Steve Dance battled for 3rd place. Another incident in turn 4 involved Simon Carr. He collected Graham France and Martin Heath. But then Steve Dance's last-minute move secured him 2nd place. Poulter, though, took his 7th win and regained his lead in the championship.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
What a great job they did. Fantastic stuff. The engines are fired up, and they're fired up, as are the drivers in this penultimate round of the championship, because they're going to tackle this again. The Rockingham circuit, just under 1.5 miles in length. So let's take you through our onboard camera action. We're going to sit you with the top 3 in the championship. Michael Vergers, look at him right at the back of the field there. There is Ian McKellar Jr. He'll start on the inside of row 3. Stevie Hodgson to the back of the field after a tyre problem put him back there. Now let's take you through the grid in much more detail. John Stewart and Colin White lining up on row 1, Ollie Plale and Hunter Abbott row 2. Back on row 3, Ian McKellar Jr. and Tony King with a great qualifying run. John Mickle and Gavin Seeger make up row 4. 5th row sees Sean Richardson and Adam Jackson, and on the 6th row it's Malcolm Klein and Shane Brereton. Back behind them, here we are getting into some of our big guns. Michael Vergers, Keith White in a newly liveried car, the 38, and Stevie Hodgson from the back of the field. Pit stops on laps 29 and 30, and we are green for the penultimate round of the championship. 60-lap race as ever, and Michael Vergers and Stevie Hodgson have it all to do from the back of the field. But meanwhile up front, what a start from Ollie Plale. Absolutely slices his way through past John Stewart, who's back to 4th already. Colin White caught napping there as well by young Ollie Plale, and here comes Ian McKellar Jr., the black 25. Ian McKellar Jr., a great opportunity presented to him to enhance his situation, but look further back there, that light blue car behind the yellow car, that is Michael Vergers, and that's John Mickle side by side with John Stewart. The double wide battle there, Mickle just drops in behind him. Tony King cost himself a couple of spots there as well. I think he's just settling in there behind Mickle, and we're right on board with Michael Vergers. Back in 10th and 11th place, Stevie Hodgson and Mike Vergers. They're going to move up a couple of spots though as they get to the inside of that brand new livery on Sean Richardson's car. Change from the darkness car to the yellow livery. You can see there Michael Vergers playing a patient game. I think that's what it's all about for those two. They have to be patient. Absolutely ripping past that wall camera, which is just on the exit of turn 3. It's one of the fastest places on the track. They cross the line in the order Plale with Colin White behind him, and Colin White gets all squirrely coming out of turn 1, and that means McKellar Jr. can pounce, gets to the inside. It'll be an easy momentum move for the DSI Group car. And there goes Dunes through turn 2. But look at the lead. Ollie Plale already has extended himself. Gavin Seeger having a good run back there in 5th spot, and of course ahead of him the man he is chasing for the rookie title, the Autosport Rookie Championship, and that's Hunter Abbott in the dark blue number 26, lining up Colin White. Here we go though, these two absolutely hammer and tongs at it. Michael Vergers just rolling out of the throttle, just roll the car through that corner. Up ahead he'll see Hunter Abbott literally is the hunter, trying to get to the inside of Colin White. They're double wide through turn 3. Colin will have to give up the position. Look at Gavin Seeger as well, the 2004 pickup truck champion winner, as Colin tries to cover the position. I think he's going to have to forego it though, and Mickle will also try and pounce. Not quite close enough to take advantage though. John Stewart keeping out of the way. The drivers were all told in the briefing this morning by Mark Klausner to keep out of the way of the championship contenders by that no blocking. They still need to be raced. Oh, spinner! John Stewart loses it right behind the championship leaders. Oh, that's desperate misfortune for the former world hot rod champion. Yellow flags are out down in front of us here at the gantry. John Stewart though down in the grass, and well, he just lost it. The back end just snapped away from him, had absolutely nowhere to go and clouts the wall. Well, Rob's down in pit lane. Rob, I believe you're with Nigel.
I've got Nigel Stewart with me. Nigel, did John say what happened? Have you got any feedback directly from him?
He seems to think there might be an oil down or something like that, because it just suddenly went round on him and nothing he could do.
Yeah, he really was a passenger as soon as that back end decided to head towards the turn 1 wall. Well, after the clear-up, we're back. Green flag racing. Ollie Plale leads Ian McKellar Jr., who's one of 3 championship contenders here in the penultimate round of this 12-round championship. McKellar Jr. would be an absolutely amazing thing for him to win this title, win the World Hot Rod Championship at the age of 17. So he's a real pedigree. Of course, he's been off and won American Le Mans Series races as well, competed at Le Mans. And this is one of the men he's up against, his teammate Stevie Hodgson in the Xerox Chevy to the inside of Gavin Seeger. Seeger gives him the room, and look who's behind. Michael Vergers trying to follow him through. Seeger, though, with the wide line, has the momentum. 2 wide racing. Well, Gavin Seeger was used to this in the pickups last year. Michael Vergers can't afford to let Stevie Hodgson get away from him, because he's the other trio in the triumvirate that are after the title this year. There goes Michael Vergers. Sun bouncing off the track here at Rockingham. Now on your top right, that's the quartet. Michael Vergers at the back, but meanwhile at the front, on the bottom left of your screen, Ollie Playle is being caught again by Ian McKellar Jr., who's putting him under pressure. They are at turn 4. They come round the never-ending turn 4, I can tell you, that's what it feels like. Meanwhile, Mike Vergers looks as though he will get again onto the rear bumper of Stevie Hodgson's car. Gavin Seeger concedes the spot, and Vergers continues his absolute charge through the field. Quite impressed with the pace at which these two have gone it. They've not gone gung-ho at it. They realise the maturity in terms of this kind of racing. They realise that they have got plenty of time. And again, great job from Hunter Abbott, keeping down low, allowing his teammate and Michael Vergers from the Westech team to go around as well. Oh, they're stuck together. Vergers looking out. I don't think he's going to make a move here somehow. I just suspect that these two will work together and get themselves to the business end of the race. And then they'll start to have a tussle. Oh, and a moment there for Gavin Seeger. Hunter Abbott, though, holds on.
John, yeah, give us a quick word. Sorry to be talking to you so soon. What happened?
It just went. I don't know if it was all on the track or whatever, but the back just went. Yeah. You know, I thought we might have held it, but it was never going to hold it, and it was.
Think he'd be out for round 12?
I don't see no reason why not.
Yeah, well done, John Stewart. I'm glad to see he's okay. The car is a little bit bent and battered, but I'm sure that the Stewart Racing boys will get on terms with that. And here goes Michael Vergers to the inside. Look at the back end. Stevie Hodgson's car, very unsettled there. Will that cause him a problem, I should say? No. Manages to gather it all up, and well, Mike Vergers remains in that position, locked firmly behind Stevie Hodgson. A problem for Hunter Abbott. Oh my word, the rookie championship leader is got a problem, and so too Michael Vergers. Spray pouring from underneath the front right corner of Mike Vergers' car. That looks to me as like that could be a hose or a radiator gone, something like that. It's not blue smoke, so I don't think it's engine. Where it's coming from would suggest that that is a radiator hose or something gone on water on the tyre. What a brilliant job by Mike Vergers. Kept it off the wall. Absolutely stunning stuff. Meanwhile, Hunter Abbott, well, that could help Hunter. He's down there. And also Rob's down there too. Rob.
It smells a little bit hot. Doesn't smell all that oily. Does he have oil left in that motor? Boys, I don't know. I think there's a few scratch heads, but there's obviously some serious work going on here. Championship position here for Mike Vergers is looking rather tenuous right now.
Hey, there's no water in it at all. It's empty. More than that. Get more water. Drop it. Yeah, get this. Grab it. Get this.
Mike Vergers, championship leader, is in serious trouble. Is he going to make the end of this race? Join us after the break to find out.
Welcome back to Rockingham. Michael Vergers is in the pits. He's one of the championship contenders. A water hose or something has caused all the water to evaporate or to be lost from his car. And while he sits in the pits, his teammate Ollie Playle will get us back green. Ollie Playle leading Ian McKellar Jr., who's another of the championship contenders, but look who's up there to third spot. Stevie Hodgson started from the very back of the field and is now up to third. And while Vergers' problems continue, of course, that water is just instantly boiling and wants to find the quickest way out of that particular car. It does not want to go in. The guys, the Westech guys who've worked so hard to chase this championship, are having a nightmare. Michael Vergers, as calm as anything, unbelievably so really, just trying to hold it all together as he sits in that car. Rob's down there, we'll keep you up to date with any developments, but meantime, the big development on track is this. Ian McKellar Jr. slingshotting out of turn 1. He's got the run on the 88 of Ollie Playle, double wide through turn 2. Oh my goodness. What about that for a move from McKellar Jr.? Playle, though, trying to fight back. I think he'll give it up. Yes, he does. Tries the crossover move, and further back, John Mickle is double wide with Gavin Seeger. And Tony King in the 17, the Kent Pharmaceuticals car, also lurking there behind. As ever in SCSA stock car racing, we have got battles up and down the field. Colin White has now joined the fray. It's a quartet that might make it 4 wide into turn 1. Oh my word, reach for that sticky tape. And Michael Vergers has left pit lane to rejoin the race. They've got some water in there. 3 wide, they're going to make it down to turn 2. This isn't for the faint-hearted. On the inside, Tony King gives it up and says, oh, well, perhaps I'll just stay here. But look at Michael, and down on the inside in the RS Cap, DSI next stop's car. On the outside of him, the Owen Tools car of Gavin Seeger. But while these two battle it out, our race leader is into pit lane, the mandatory pit stop. 3 men allowed over the wall, 2 tyres to be changed. The right 2 tyres must be changed, and it's all manual. They will be now pumping, blood will be pumping around these crews. Ian will get as close to the wall as he can. Great job there. No one over the wall before he has come to a standstill. That's one of the other safety regulations. The team now use those air guns. Ollie Plale's in too, so too Stevie Hodgson. It's the battle of the air hammers. Now they have to also reset that. It's got to be turned around so that you can also put them back on. And McKellar Jr. is the first away. Stevie Hodgson behind him. What's happening to Ollie Plale? Down to the right-hand side. Plale is still in his pits. Will he get out ahead of Stevie Hodgson? He might just do it, you know. It's a drag race to the line. Ollie Plale took the tighter line. Oh, he seemed to grab a heck of an advantage there, but they get to the white line that allows them to accelerate again. Sean Richardson in the yellow car behind him. Adam Jackson. Feels like they're crawling down pit lane after they've been doing 175 miles an hour out on the track, which is exactly what race leader Ian McKellar Jr. is doing. Oh, and it's a black flag for McKellar Jr. That is going to put a serious dent in his championship aspirations. Rob's down with the 25 crew, I believe.
Can you tell us what's happening there?
Well, we were told we were speeding through pit lane, and I'm not 100% sure about it, because we were basically following Ollie all the way through. We kept at the same speed as Ollie, so how they can clock us and not clock him, we thought we were doing the right speed.
Well, that's Craig Poodle Slater, the crew chief of the 25 car. Out on track, though, we've got another battle between Colin White and number 17 of Tony King, and White. Oh, Colin, it's very, very twitchy, that CWS car, but Colin White has gone side by side with more people at this racetrack than anybody else. And if you want to go side by side with somebody, the drivers tell me Colin White is on there. Well, here comes McKellar Jr. Now, while his championship hopes disappear, perhaps, so too that of the rookie championship leader.
Well, you might often hear it referred to, this is the rear end of a stock car. Sometimes you need to replace it. In the middle of a race isn't necessarily a good idea, but our championship rookie of the year seems to have had a problem with his machine, Hunter Abbott. So these guys are looking at replacing this before the next race, but it's a heck of a task.
Just a bit, Rob, yeah. But they're up to it, I think. Meanwhile, here comes Colin White. Got that car really on fire at the moment. Gets to the inside of Gavin Seeger, who gives him plenty of room. It's a wider line in by Gavin Seeger. That will probably give him more speed out of the corner, but Colin White covers it off. And despite that, Gavin Seeger is still, as you can see there, in with a shot of winning the rookie title. 1 race remains this year. Now, here's a big ask for Ian McKellar Jr. There'll be a red mist in that helmet, I'm absolutely sure of that. He's got to the outside of Tony King, makes it look so easy. A real class act for me, Ian McKellar Jr. Certainly deserves his shot at the title. Michael Vergers has had problems. He's stuck now behind Malcolm Klein, who gives him the high side, which means he's got the high line into the corner. Turn 2's not where you want it, really. You want the low side down there if you possibly can, but the unwritten rule in stock car racing is if you're slow, get low. Down to the inside again, Colin White on an absolute charge, isn't he? Gets the inside of John Mickle. Colin really loving how that CWS car is handling at the moment, and he's chasing down Stevie Hodgson. Hodgson, Vergers locked together at the top of this championship chase. The man who's the 3rd car in that run there, John Mickle, had his hopes dashed when he was taken out at the restart a couple of rounds ago, and the car down low, well, in fact, just getting well out of the way is Keith White, Colin White's brother, who's running that 38 car this weekend. Now, Colin, is he about to put a dent in Stevie Hodgson's title aspirations, or is Hodgson just big picture racing? Has he got an eye to the title? Well, if he has, he needs to be thinking that Michael Vergers, despite that problem with a failed water hose, which is confirmed what the problem was for Mike Vergers, they did get water back into the car that's enabled him to come back out. Stevie needs to be conscious of not dropping back too far, but that car looks to me as though it's not handling to his absolute liking. And look at that, John Michael. John Michael, his teammate, comes to the inside, so too Gavin Seeger. Oh, Seeger had to make a late move there. Hodgson's car is handling like a speedboat, which would be great if we were on water here at Rockingham, but clearly we're not. And so he's got a handful of ill-handling race car, and when you are aiming at the wall, there's the Sean Richardson team applauding him. They look very splendid in their brand new livery, don't they? Applauding him as he goes on his way, picks up another spot, and meanwhile, here comes Ollie. That's Karen Plale, Ollie's mum. Oh, Karen, he may well just be on his way to do it here. Here comes Ollie Plale to take the double checkers, and he takes his first victory of 2005. Gavin Seeger's got past John Michael, an extra bag full of points for Seeger, but Michael fighting back. Oh my word, Colin White will take the checkered ahead of them. Seeger hangs on for the spot. Michael comes through, everybody else safely across the line, but way, way down, Michael Vergers, who will finish in 11th spot.
You did it for him, you gave him a good race car, he drove a good race for you.
Yeah, he did, he drove a brilliant race. You know, the car's very fast, it's a brand new car we brought out last month, because the other one just wasn't quite working. And I don't know what to say, it's just absolutely brilliant. It's a long time coming and I'm just whiz.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. Well done, Brian, and all the West Tech boys. Ollie Plale's first victory for 2005. Well done him. Colin White, a storming run to finish second. Gavin Seeger, his first ever podium in third spot, ahead of John Michael and Ian McKellar Jr. Stevie Hodgson in sixth.
I tell you what, last time we spoke, you knew you had a super quick race car and you were just driving it so good. And you knew you could do this, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I mean, all along I've known the boys can put me together a good, strong race car. But we had one problem where at the middle of the season we had a pants race car. But now I've got the good one. She's here and she's here to stay.
Yeah, congratulations, Ollie. Great run too for Gavin Seeger, who clinches his first podium in SCSA stock car racing. First of many, I suspect.
I think about 4 weeks ago, I spoke to Mark from Irwin and he said they wanted to put an alligator on the front of my car with teeth like saw blades, and you know, look at the car, it just cuts away, doesn't it, through the field. It's just completely good setup.
Well, Stevie Hodgson regains his lead on the championship over Michael Vergers and Ian McKellar Jr. But it's all going to the final race. In order for Michael Vergers to win now, he must finish 2 places ahead of Stevie. That will tie the points, but Michael would win the championship with more race wins. And it's a prize too for Irwin Tools' Gavin Seeger. He gets the Vice Grip Squeeze of the Day award.
Superb performance. 2 best results this season, thoroughly deserved. Well done, mate. Superb. All right, mate.
So Gavin is now just 115 points behind Hunter Abbott. And remember, there's 200 for a victory. A pole round for the rookie leader means he still has to finish 60% of the next race to take the championship. Not as easy as it sounds.
Round 11 of the SCSA Stock Car Championship was fantastic. Stevie Hodgson now leads the series. Can he become champion 2 years in a row? Watch round 12 to find out.
Going global next on 4 for Trans World Sport.